match that men's singles was, and as you can see, this Group 1D encounter, which will decide who tops the group, is absolutely finely poised at one match apiece. Men's doubles is up next. It is the world #1s, Mathias M.Boe and Carsten Mogensen, against K.Hayakawa and H.Endo. Japanese pair, Kenichi, H.Endo and Hiroyuki Endo. All England finalists earlier this year. And those, of course, are the world #1s and Olympic silver medalists, looking to be European champions as well.
Hands or tails?
Standards.
This is the tails. Sides.
Things haven't been
Heads.
giving things all their own way so far this year. Reached the final in Korea. And have had one or two results that have been unexpected.
Okay, I serve.
You serve?
So, Colin Martin of Barbados has conducted the toss of the coin.
Left side.
Left-handed Mathias M.Boe. Oldest man on court at the age of 32. And this Danish men's doubles pair have been in partnership for a long time. Formed their partnership back in 2004. So that's their 10th year together. World ranking of 1, but as I was saying, their win-loss record for the year, 7-4. You don't expect that from world #1 ranked pair. Just the one final in Korea, quarter-final of India, last 16 of the All England, and in the European Mixed Team Championships, lost to the English combination of Chris Adcock and Andrew Ellis. So the names who, in the last Sudirman Cup campaign, as world #1s 2 years ago in H.Endo, failed to win one single match. So to their opponents, and Kenichi Hiroyuki turned 27 last month. Hiroyuki Endo still 26. Well, they're #4 in the world ranking at the moment, but they have been as high as 3. Now, this is the third meeting between these two pairs. The Danes won their 2 previous encounters, including in the final of the Super Series finals in Shenzhen at the end of last year. Both their matches, incidentally, have been won by the Danes in 2 straight games. So 2 pairs in the top 4 in the world. There's our umpire from Barbados. Now, both these pairs played against Singapore. Danes winning very comfortable against Chris Nanta and Yul. 10-12 in 27 minutes. And the Japanese pair beat the same Singapore pair in 28 minutes.
So we're up for an even match here.
Oh, yes, I hope so. Well, here we are. We're 10-3 in the afternoon.
Only played 2 matches.
And we've only played 2 matches. Yep. Great encounter so far, this deciding group match. Mogensen, 29 years of age. Both Danish players older and more experienced than their opponents. I think we might see this sort of thing quite often in the match. Mathias M.Boe, certainly renowned around the world circuit, of liking to take his time and play at his own pace.
That's very nicely said. Yeah, I agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Denmark, represented by Carsten Mogensen and Mathias M.Boe. On my left, Japan, represented by H.Endo, Hiroyuki and Hayakawa, Kenichi. Denmark to serve, Mathias M.Boe to H.Endo, Hiroyuki. Love all, play.
So the world #1s from Denmark against the world #4 from Japan.
1 love. Service over.
Now, what is it about the Danes, Morten, that has their style of play? Is it just very suited to playing against the Japanese pair, or why is it that they've won both their previous encounters?
I think we've mentioned it before when we talk about the doubles, that Mathias and Carsten are very good on return and serve. They are, on the first 3 points, they're excellent, and they're able to break up any kind of rhythm with their opponents. And I think that's what makes them so really good. And Mathias M.Boe at the net is very strong. Carsten at the back. When we talk about if they have weaknesses, it's obviously because of Mathias is not strong enough in his defense when it really comes to the crunch.
Glad you concur with me on that, because Mathias M.Boe got a little bit disappointed that I have pointed it out on several occasions that his defence is a weakness within the partnership.
Yeah, but I tend to agree with you. I definitely think when it's getting tight and it becomes a difficult defensive situation, Carsten is much stronger.
Service over. 3-all.
Very short rallies at the moment.
Service over.
That's where Mathias is good, intercepting at the net.
4-3.
Very quick racket skills.
That's what he should do, because as you pointed out, that's where his real quality lies.
Service over. 4-5.
No, there's no call, I don't think, from the backline judge.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Service over.
We're seeing this more and more nowadays. Very short rallies in men's doubles.
Yeah.
A couple of people I've been working with fellow Danes of yours, of course, Steen Pedersen and Jim Laugerson, have voiced their concerns on air about the development of men's doubles and how these rallies are so much shorter. And we've lost the, you know, in some ways, people used to look forward to the men's doubles as much as any other event. Of course, there's the status of the singles, but for sheer dynamic athletic play.
Power and pace.
Yeah, it was always men's doubles that was such a thrilling contest, and we don't see that often enough nowadays.
No, we don't. I agree with you, but that's why I like the Indonesian pairs, because they have such strong techniques that they can often counter-attack it, and because of their very good technical abilities, they can keep, you know, even desperate rallies going.
Yeah.
Service over. 9-6.
Where was all the attacking play directed?
Yes,
7,
I was thinking the same.
9.
I'm sure that's a clear game plan.
Yeah.
But nice to see a rally going.
Yeah.
And to be very honest, if I were the Japanese, I would a little bit take the tactics from the mixed doubles and play a few soft shots, playing them into the nets, and trying to find the gap and then get the lift from their opponents and take it from there.
7.
If they try to play really flat, hard, they're not going to get through. That's where they're not winning.
11, 7.
6 minutes. The mid-game interval. 4-point advantage of the world number ones.
Det kan I også gøre, hvis det, altså, det er i hvert fald en mulighed, for der kommer ikke andet. Ja, så prøver jeg.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Not much to be said. There was just discussing some sort of options, but not really anything decisive.
11, 7. Play. Service over. 8,
It would have been
11.
an absolute winner, because K.Hayakawa sent the wrong way. He's looking for the low serve.
Service
I
over.
think is the right idea, what he was trying to do there.
12, 8.
Just wide.
Service over. 9, 12.
Mathias Boe at his best.
13-9.
Pressurising from the front, moving ever closer towards the net.
Service over.
That's a good smash. The first one completely caught Carsten off balance. Cross-court smash there.
Service over.
From Carsten Mogensen on that occasion.
14-10.
He was off balance and still controlled the shuttle down the line there. And that's good awareness, isn't it? Because he knows he's off balance, he sacrifices the power just for the placement.
Oh, that was nice. Very well played by Mathias. That cross-court shot was really steep. Yep, so far here in the first set, it doesn't really look like the Japanese have anything to dent the Danish pair with, but let's see how it goes. So far, I think they need to make some changes to the tactics. They're getting caught most of the time, just like this one.
Yeah. That's inexcusable, really. Points away from the opening game.
Service over.
Terribly good serve, was it? Not what it deserved.
He wasn't happy with it. But I think he's been serving really well in the first set here, so I'm sure he's allowed a few.
Oh my goodness.
Service over. 20. Game point. 11.
On serve, gifts the main points away. 9 of them to be precise.
Service over. 12. 20.
That's a lovely super play from Mathias Boe. Closes out the opening game.
First game won by Denmark, 21-12.
21-12. It really was very straightforward. Japanese pair are going to have to try and do something very different in the second game. Change up their tactics. They really weren't hurting the Danes at all. last 13 minutes in game number 1. Japanese coaches still talking to their men as they were leaving the court.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Amazing to think that this Japanese pair, as we've already said, currently number 4 in the world, but have been as high as 3. Achieved that in January earlier this year,
Game.
a couple of weeks at
Level.
number 3, but they didn't actually qualify for the Olympic Games last year. Such is the harshness for doubles players of the Olympic Games. Only 16 pairs in the competition. Well, Morton, I've just boldly said that the Japanese pair have got to change their tactics and mix it up.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more.
But how do they do that? What have they got to do?
Yeah, but they're in trouble now because they are on the fast side as well, so they can't really effectively use playing overhead, play sort of lift over the heads of the Danes and use more of the baseline. So they are now more forced into what they normally do, and it doesn't work at all. So I think they will find it really difficult to win this second set.
Certainly better.
Yep.
1, 2.
That's one of the few occasions where they get into kind of a stable attack.
Got to push Mathias M.Boe back off that net. He can defend. Placement of the smash, we saw that in the men's singles, didn't we? Only towards the right hip. In fact, that was a little higher.
Yeah, that really challenged Mathias.
3.
Took the chance, played the net.
There wasn't even challenging, was there, in the opening game? They just really let the Danes have free rein.
They ran away with it. Good serve.
It's well taken.
Not allowed to do it second time round.
3.
But maybe again, once again, might be the work of Park Ju-pong saying, okay, we have to do some challenging at the nets and see if we can unsettle Mathias, because there's a definite change in what they did in the first set already now.
Service over. 4, 3.
See, that's what I meant.
Service over.
The ability to use that baseline on the lift and on the defense is going to be very difficult for the Japanese standing on this side. So they have to find ways around the net, as what we discussed before, and see that's possibly where they can make some changes and really put some pressure on the Danish pair. But otherwise, so far the Danes are quite comfortable.
I thought that was going long.
Yeah, but that's what I said before. That's the way, to play that fast lifts over the Danes, so then that they can just not stand and go forward all the time, waiting for all these flat exchanges. But mix it up by lifting it now and again.
Good serve.
Yeah.
6-4.
Hayakawa. Short. Oh. Goodness me. Oh, got through eventually.
Carsten is not happy with that, saving all the difficult ones and then missing the easy one. Well, that's so often the case.
Good play by the Japanese pair.
8-4.
Oh, what a difference. 8 of the last 10 points going to Japan.
Yes, and it's definitely due to the fact that they challenged the Danes at the net.
Just overdone it. Nice idea, though. Serve out wide.
5-8.
Yeah, frailty in defence exposed once again. What is the problem with his defence? Is it that he's too tense and tight in his arm as he's waiting to defend, or is, what is the problem?
He's standing still on his feet.
Right.
He's only relying on his racket skills, but not really putting himself in a position by moving his feet at the same time.
7-9.
But it's very obvious. Also, even if you watch him, in a position like that when he's standing at the net, he's very often standing in the same place all the time. But he's got exceptional good racket skills.
Yeah. Certainly can't adjust his arm, can he? It's there. He was trying to defend backhand. Let's have a look at his feet. Yep, planted. You're absolutely right. What a transformation in the second game for the Japanese pair. They're recognisable from the pair in the opening game. Got to ask the question, though, Morten, in my mind, I seem, I sort of feel, well, if they've got this capability and they are playing completely differently, there's a lot more urgency, a lot more positive in their style of play. Why on earth didn't the Japanese pair start the match like this?
I think, sometimes you just have to work your way into matches. And it takes a little bit of time to settle in. You can't really work it out, what to do, what works and what doesn't work. And I think they just, as I say, they also have a brilliant coach who can outline the things they have to do.
Yeah.
But you say, one thing is what the coach is saying, another thing is what the players are doing.
Yeah, exactly. You'd know that better than most, wouldn't you? Having spent so many years coaching. You can give advice. You have an English expression, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
12-7.
I also think it's a sign of frustration on behalf of the Danes, because they won the first set so easily, and they think, oh, okay, we're going to do the next one just as easy. But now they really have to wait for it, and they're not really prepared, and that's, I think, frustrating them.
Yeah.
8-12.
Very early call from Mathias M.Boe to his partner to leave that.
10-12.
It's a good comeback from the Danes here.
I thought he was going to hit that for a moment.
It was going out. But it's good to see that the Japanese are really pushing forward, both of them at the same time. Look at that, look at that.
Yeah.
Really trying to close down the nets and make sure that they will get some sort of advantage on this one. But a bit lucky.
Missed it.
14-11.
The Japanese pair, much to the delight of Hayakawa.
That's a lucky one.
Service over. 12-15.
Nice. That's really nice.
Yeah. Well, that smash must be up with the fastest of the tournament, I'm sure of that. Wow. Too shabby either, is it?
Good attack by the Danes here. I think that was one of the best rallies in the second set.
Japanese pair caught mopped. M.Boe says to the umpire, "I'm just trying to delay things," which I think is perhaps a little ironic. Certainly the Danes are on a bit of a roll at the moment. 3 straight points, and now just 1 point in it. Short. Yeah.
Service over. 16-14.
If you notice this rally, I don't know if you'll get it again. Look at the fact that it's actually Carsten that's going up for that one. Mathias is completely caught in his feet.
Yeah.
He takes the first two, but he's getting into trouble. The block is coming and he can't move.
Caught on his defence again, is M.Boe.
14.
Seems to me to be too straight in the legs as well. You look at the best defenders in men's doubles and they're crouched down low.
Yeah, very low centre of gravity.
Yeah.
With serving, Hayakawa is really serving well in the second set. It's So they scored many good points for the Japanese pair.
Service over.
Good return.
15-18. Service over. 19-15.
2 points away from taking their first ever game against this Danish combination. Good, despite the fact that Mathias M.Boe just indicating with his arm that he thought the shuttle had gone long.
I think he's in.
Yeah, I agree with you. 5 game point opportunities to level this men's doubles. 1 game apiece.
Service over. 16-20.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, he defended 2 but couldn't manage a 3rd. And that's a great comeback after, quite frankly, a very tepid opening game by the Japanese pair. My goodness, they were red hot by the end of that second. And all credit to them. It was 1 game apiece. Really hunting the net now, Japanese players, and it's paid dividends. 1 game all.
Interesting to hear from Lars Ure that he said now we're going to keep everything very short. We can't, you know, we are not strong enough in our defensive to stand this pace and pressure, so everything short, we have to get the attack.
Danish players back on court, and the Japanese coach is still busy with their players. Putra, and this time he's joined by Hiroyuki.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Medals for Putra, but a mere 7 World Championship medals, 5 of them gold.
Yeah.
He was a fair player, wasn't he?
He was pretty good. Yeah, the funny thing, he was a good singles player too.
He was, wasn't he?
He was very,
yeah,
he was good.
I remember.
Final game. Love all. Play.
So 3rd and deciding game in this men's doubles. This group deciding tie between Denmark and Japan, poised and balanced at 1-1 apiece so far after the first 2 matches.
Love.
Well, given what Lars Uar, the Danish coach, said to his men, keeping the rally short, the one thing the Japanese players don't want to be doing is making simple errors early on in the rally.
Love.
Nothing they could do about that one, though.
And I also think, obviously, he wants the rally short, but he also wants them to play short shots, play the net, get the lift. Because if they are in a position where they have to lift too much, the defense really can't take the pressure.
1-3. Out. Service over. 4-1.
That's well left. Well left by Mathias. Just down.
5-1.
This is a perfect start as far as the Danes are concerned.
Service over. 2-6.
H.Hayakawa really is challenging at the front of the court now.
Service over. 7-2.
We went all that long way to the other court to pick up the shuttle and then just to change it. Yes, you're right. It's a very good start by the Danes, and I think it could be decisive.
Yes, that's lovely.
8-2.
Well, I would say that the Danes need to win this match in order to keep chances of winning the overall tie, because the Japanese are hot favourite to win the ladies singles. So would it be 2-1 for Japan at this stage, then it would be very difficult for Denmark.
Yeah, absolutely.
3-8.
Kiesfeld, of course, still a teenager.
Yeah, just 18, just turned 18.
And has been coached by you, I believe.
Oh yes, I'm afraid so. She's so unlucky.
To the contrary.
Cool. 4-8.
It's a good change of angle.
9-4.
It was also a clever smash because the return, whatever comes on that one, will probably go straight, and it's up into Mathias' forehand. So obviously that's a combination of the left and right.
Service over.
And every time I think that the Danes have just sort of stamped their authority on this deciding game, that kind of Japanese pair as well is like that.
Yes. Service over. 10.
Again, if we go back to this serving situation, I think Hayakawa, from the Japanese point of view, is the one that's serving the best. And Endo have to serve next, which means that the Japanese could be in big trouble now. 10-5 down. Next time they will get it. It's not their best server serving. That could add on a lot of pressure.
11-5 interval. Change ends.
For some, there's a bit more spring in the legs of Mathias Boe.
Det er rigtig langt frem
Advantage.
herovre, og der er klart en gæst. Og så synes jeg, du har ret i det her, at du er på naturerne, og trykke ned mod hjørnet. Ja, præcis, og så skal vi bare op og få. Trækker lige håndbremsen, når vi kommer herover og kommer frem i det der. Ja. 今もう一回多分マリオが勝ちと思うけどね。で、私ボールです。で、私ボールです。たまにディフェンなるけど集中してディフェンね。
What I was noticing and thinking was interesting was Carsten Mogensen was changing his shoes.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Maybe just saturated with perspiration, but you wouldn't normally expect players to be changing their shoes.
No.
Midway through the third and deciding game.
Sorry.
He certainly took his shoe off. Whether he actually changed it, certainly took his shoe off.
Play.
Yeah, that was a chance to take from Endo. He's getting punished. Good play here, but that one, that's the chance.
Oh, that's nice.
13-5.
8-point advantage. And it's a big mountain to climb now for the Japanese pair.
What's hot? 14-5.
I like what Carsten is doing now. I don't know if you notice, but he's really stressing it now. He's pushing the pace, not taking his usual long time. He just goes from the next to the next to the next serve because they are on a roll. Really trying just to stress the opponents. And then you see he's ready. He's already in the middle again. He's ready to take the shuttle there. He will make himself ready already now. I'm ready to serve.
serve too.
Yeah, but he's also the best server of the two.
I suspect it's all over bar the celebrations as far as this men's doubles is concerned. 12-point advantage.
Service over.
Run of 8 straight points.
6-17.
Almost certainly the decisive move.
And Endo is serving into the tee, according to the signal he sent to his partner. So let's see. Yep.
7-17.
Just if you weren't aware of what Morton's been talking about, most of the doubles players now give a little hand signal to their partner behind their back to let them know where they're going to serve to.
Service over. Sorry. 8-17.
That's into the tee again.
Rally.
9-17.
I have to say, I'm not a fan of hand signals. All you need is a coach like you sitting behind the opposition, and then you could send a signal to your players
and say what to go for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much more difficult for the Danes to understand Japanese language and work out if they verbalise to each other where the serve was going to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to understand a word of it. My Japanese comes down to domo arigato.
10-17.
5 straight points. Mathias M.Boe asking for the shuttle to be changed. Tactical as much as anything, I suspect.
Yeah.
Right.
11-17.
6 straight points. Can we think the unthinkable?
No. We cannot.
Oh my goodness, he got it back.
Service over.
17. Any
18-17.
chance of retrieving that push down his forehand side. That one there.
Quite casual what Carsten is doing.
Yeah.
Look at that, look at the way he's doing it. That's very good, good recovery.
Thank you.
very difficult shot.
All right, good rally.
Yeah, Mathias, he shouted cross court when he was attacking, when he was smashing, but he definitely wanted the lift for Carsten. That one there, he was shouting, and got in on the third one there.
2 points away from securing the second point for Denmark in the tie.
Service over. 12-19. Oh. 13-19.
I actually think that Hayakawa has played really well. Good around the service situation as well.
Oh, just proving your point.
14-19.
Just long.
Service over. 20. Match point. 40.
As the umpire says, match point opportunities.
Service over. 15-20.
I like the spirit in this Japanese pair. They really fight. They believe it.
Mm. 16-20.
Comes and goes, I think the days will get a little more and more tense and tentative. This time, third time of asking. 21-16 in the deciding game, and Denmark take the men's doubles. Yeah, they were very, very positive at the start of this deciding game.
16-21, 21-16.
Had that run of 8 straight points to take them to a 17-5 advantage, and from there, in all honesty, there was no way back for the Japanese pair. But their confirmation that the world #1s, Mathias M.Boe and Carsten Mogensen, win the men's doubles 21-12, 16-21, 21-16 in the deciding game.